Hello, guys. Welcome back. I hope you're all seated and are ready for the next speaker. She's here with us. Her name is Leonie Boon, and she will be focusing on resource management. She's an expert, a familiar phrase for everybody in the music event branch, and has 15 years of experience under her belt. So, an expert to say the least. Hope you're ready.
Yes, I
Leonie,
am. Yeah.
take the seat.
Thank you for all joining me in this really unique session. My name is Leonie, and I have been working in the waste management industry for about 15 years. And 10 years ago, I came in touch with the festival industry and arranged a lot of waste management and resource management. And today, I'm going to tell you something more about the steps we take to become the first circular festival in the world. And when we are talking about circular festivals, what is a circular festival? And if you look at resources, we want to aim resource efficiency. And resource efficiency means that materials are cycled at the highest possible level, and residual waste does not exist. And for me, it all started, this journey started for me in 2015. In 2015, from 2015, we tried a lot of things with waste separation. But in 2017, the real challenge began, because we noticed that the figures of the residual waste didn't want to go down. And we had to try something else, and we had to try to measure the figures in a different way. And that's why digital developed the material flow analysis. And the material flow analysis is basically a way of inventorizing what kind of materials you have in your festival, what comes in, how do the materials go out. And but how are you arranging all this? A few steps we take. The first step is you have to tackle the entire process, because you have to involve all the suppliers, all the crew, your whole team, all the caterers, all the volunteers, etc., and communicate them what your goals are, because you cannot do it on your you cannot do it alone. You have to do it with the whole bunch of people you work with. So we contacted all the suppliers, and we asked them, okay, what are you bringing to our festival? And so we have a list with all the materials we have, and I made a separation from the festival map. And I separated the festival into different kind of areas. I basically call it zones, festival zones, resource zones. And by that, we, with that list, we applied the reduce, reuse, recycle principle. And with that principle, we choose to ban all single-use materials. And we also choose to reuse or use all kind of reusable materials. And if we want to recycle, we try to find materials and resources which can be recycled at the most highable possible value. And I separated, as I said before, I separated the festival into different kind of zones and areas. And for example, when you look at our bars, there is a lot of resources around there. And we thought about a system. How can we collect all the resources we want to have over there? So we used that's the left picture you see. We used a different kind of bins, not normal bins people are used to, because when you use different kind of bins, people get more aware of what they have to do. And cans, PET bottles, but also cups we're collecting by a deposit system. And behind the bars, there's also plastic foil, plastic wraps, cardboard, glass. Everything else is separated over there. And it's really a lot of effort to do that. And for this year, we facilitate not anymore for residual waste, because we get in touch with the bar production and we ask them, okay, what do you need to, yeah, to make sure you don't have any residual waste anymore. So in 2018, we also mentioned, well, okay, we don't have waste, but we have resources. And resources are really, according to me, hip and happening, and you want to show what you have. And you want to show to the people and the visitors what we all do with the resources you all separate. You pay some deposit, and you have to deliver your bottle or your cup or your can next to the bar. And we want to show you, okay, what are we doing with that? So we've decided to create a recycle hub, as you see at the picture. And the recycle hub visitors can pass by and can see what we did with all the resources. And normally, a lot of organizations are choosing to manage the waste behind the scenes. And this was really a new thing for us. And we really raised the awareness of all the volunteers and all the people who came by. In 2019, we had to try something else. And we were like, okay, what we are going to do. And I was, yeah, well, I thought maybe we can do a thing about no waste bins anymore. And people were like, oh, well, that's not going to happen. Then I was like, okay, we have to try something new again. So last year we have no waste bins at the whole festival terrain, and we only had 4 recycle points. And the recycle points you see at the picture, and the volunteers were next to that recycle point, and you as a visitor could deliver your resources at the recycle point. And in 2020, this year, we wanted to do something else again, and we decided to put recycle stations instead of recycle points. And at the recycle stations, there were also only 4 recycle stations at the festival. And at the recycle station, you can deliver also your hard cup, and you can deliver also the can, and you can deliver also the PET bottle, etc. Everything you can buy at Digital Festival is a resource and almost no waste. So it really looked so nice, but it's a pity. And the main thing, or also a really important thing, is we cannot do this alone, and we have to cooperate with all the people who are involved. And normally I say that the revolution vanguards do have the most important job of the festival, because according to me, they have to rescue a lot of resources, and that's a whole good thing to close the loop. And we also have a cooperation with the waste management company we have, and also cooperation with the professional cleaning company, together with all the volunteers, because we do put a lot of effort in this, and so you really want to know where your resources are going after the festival. And another main thing is that you have to control the entire process, because we have to create joint responsibility, because we are in this together, and it's not only a thing from us, but it's really a thing from all of us. And it's really important to control the process, because each link must be closed, and to close the cycle. Otherwise, we are not closing the cycle, and we cannot become a circular festival. So I want to share you some results, and the results of 2019 here are that we achieved a reduction of 50% of residual waste compared to 2018. And in 2020, residual waste does not exist anymore. So guys, only one important thing left. Don't forget, it's all about the resources. Thanks for joining me.
Right. Thank you, Leonie.
Yeah.
So, did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was so nice.
All right. Despite the fact that we had some difficulties, we managed it.
Yeah.
So,
That's it.
Yeah, I have forwarded some people forwarded questions to me
Hmm.
that would like to ask
Okay.
to you, and after that, as the people already know, they have the chance to ask live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so thus far, was your biggest challenge, like resource wise?
Yes, well, I had a few because this year it was the year for having no residual waste. And when I made the inventory, I found out that we in the festival industry we use a lot of tape. And tape is a kind of plastic. It's really hard to recycle, and it's from PVC. So that's a really yeah, one thing. We also had yeah, ice cream wrappers. It's also really difficult to recycle. And another hot topic is that what all the visitors brings to the festivals themselves. And we can all arrange the things and the resources we have into our festivals, but a lot of people are taking a lot of things to our festival, and maybe they don't do it on purpose, but it last year the 50% of the residual waste we had was because of the what people brought to our festivals. And for example, we all separated the waste visitors brought to the festival, and we separated three full bags of deodorant, and we had a lot of food waste, and we had a lot of perfumes, and we had a lot of other kind of stuff. So that's really yeah, that's a challenge.
All right, and as you mentioned, there is a recycle hub, and how do the people react to that? Because now they see the whole process. Can you give a give a better understanding? How do people react to seeing this process?
Yeah. Well, it was really new for us as well, and we tried it first time in 2018, and that time people came by and they were asking a few things and what are you doing here, and we can show them what we are doing, and but we see really a turnaround in 2019. In 2019 the recycle hub was also in a different part of the festival area, and we saw that a lot of visitors came by and a lot of visitors were curious about what we were doing over there, and they also saw on the internet and social what they yeah, what we did there, and really a lot of people wanted to know more about the resource management.
And how did people react on having no waste bins at the festival?
Yeah, some people came by and asked, well, okay, where can I throw this away? So we need to explain that what they buy at Digital Festival are is not waste, but it's resources, and a lot of things they can turn back to the bar with because of the deposit system. And we had to explain that we didn't use any waste bins anymore because we don't have waste, we only have resources. And after explaining that, people was like, oh, okay, well, I don't mind having a little bit walk to a recycle point or whatever, and not facilitating a lot of waste bins. And what we saw is that we didn't use the waste bins, but we saw that the floor was really clean because the people get understand what they have to do with the materials they get at Digital Festival.
All right. And can you maybe share with us once again, why did you fall in love with this?
Yes, well, I don't know. In 2004, I started working at the waste management company, and I sold waste containers, and during that time I got in touch with the festival industry, and I really loved that industry, and it really became my passion to create more resources and to tell all the people about that. And I really want to spread my knowledge, and it's really a challenge for me to break through the system we have at this moment, and because it's when you see the waste management companies, they're all like handling in the same way, and it's not the way we need to become a circular festival or a circular economy. And I find it, my task to arrange those things and get starting a movement.
All right, thank you. I have received some questions from the audience,
Oh, nice.
so I would like to ask you a couple of those. So people are asking, is there an alternative for tape to use?
That's a good one. Yes, that's really good one. But it's also a hard one. Compared to tie rips, there is an alternative for tie rips. We have the single-use tie rips, but we also have the tie rips who we can reuse and reuse again. But tape, it's really, I didn't find an alternative yet for tape. And maybe you also want to know something about the ice cream wrappers. We talked with the company who deliver us the ice creams, and they want to see if they can develop a different kind of wrapper which can be recycled.
All right, and your answer just give me the opening for the next question, because personally I like this one a lot. The other ones as well, but this got my attention as well. So now that digital would have become circular this year, is there anything that are there new goals regarding sustainability if you think ahead? Because fully circular is a goal that we will try to use, but what's beyond that? Do you have any idea already or not?
Well, of course, we are always looking ahead, and we are now thinking about a regenerative, to become a regenerative festival. So we can, in which we can give something back to the neighborhood or the economy, and that kind of stuff.
All right. I will have one more question from the audience.
Oh, so nice.
Yes. Give me 1 second just to read it properly. All right. So I'm going to just read it out loud. So how do the providers react when you ask them to join and make the team with digital, so they can provide sustainable supplies to the festival? Do you understand that question?
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, well, the suppliers we use at Digital Festival, we work a lot of years with them, so they really know what our goals are, and they really know the system we use, and they really react in a good way. And I get in touch with all the suppliers personally, and I explain them what our goal is this year. And they were all like, well, okay, well, we do have this kind of waste, but we are going to try to replace it for kind of other resource. Or we have something, it's waste, but we are taking it back to our office. Or so they are really helpful.
All right, and a final question, and I'm also curious to answer to this one. How is there something what we can do in order, from your experience and from your perspective, what we can do to prevent people from taking materials such as deodorant, which would help out enormously? What is your opinion about that? What can we do?
Yeah, well, I think you don't bring it to the festival on purpose, but it's really better to leave it at home. And this year we wanted to try to have the recycle stations also outside the festival. So between the point you will arrive with the ferry and the entrance, and we would ask you to leave your stuff over there, because otherwise when you bring it to the festival, the security will take it from you. And normally, okay, we separate all that kind of materials, but it's really hard work. And normally at other festivals, it's just going to be thrown away. So we also need your help, and I see a lot of strange things. And with all the festivals I'm involved with, I always have an item of the day. And the item of the day is a really strange object we find in the materials you bring to the festival. And one kind of material was really strange. It was like a cauliflower. Someone brought the cauliflower to the festival. But also a lot of perfume, hairspray, deodorant. Those are the main things. So I know when it's sunny, you want to smell nice, but the security, it's not allowed to take it with you. So please leave all your stuff at home.
Thank you. And looking at the time, I decided to have one final question from the
Okay.
audience. Somebody asked, do people have to stand in line in order to give out their resource or to throw away the resource, so to say?
Yeah, no, of course not. No, of course not. No, you don't have to stand in line. That's why we are creating the recycle stations, the extra recycle stations. And normally you can deliver your cup and your bottle and you can at the bar. But when there is a line, it's really, yeah, well, nice that you were thinking, okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line, so I throw it on the floor or whatever. And that's why we are creating the extra recycle stations. And we have a lot of volunteers behind it to help you to take it from you. So you don't have to stand in line. No.
Thank you, Leonie. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
All right.
thanks. Thank you so much.
And what I will do right now, I will just, go back in the meeting with my own laptop. So thank you.
Yeah.
You can just end your session and I'll take over.
Okay,
Thanks.
thanks. And stay safe.